Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News update. The Hunter sweltered through its hottest day in 2 years yesterday as the mercury hit almost 40 degrees in some parts of the valley. Temperatures remained uncomfortably high overnight, with Nobbies recording 27 degrees at midnight. The Rural Fire Service has extended a total fire ban across the Hunter into a second straight day, with a high fire danger expected and tops of 37 for Newcastle and 38 for Wallsend. As Sydney prepares for another day of possible power outages as temperatures again soar into the high 30s, a national senator says Hunter Valley coal-fired power stations should be kept open to keep the lights on. Thousands of Sydney residents endured blackouts yesterday as air conditioners were cranked up to cope with the heat. Senator Matt Canavan says with renewables still in the development phase, the Araring power station should remain open beyond its planned closure in 2025.
We shouldn't be blowing up the Liddell coal-fired power station, may I add too. It's going to shut in a couple of months, but it is ridiculous. We should be keeping these assets around just in case the worst happens. The predictions here today, but in the next few years, that we could be short 4 coal-fired power stations over the next decade. That's according to the Australian Energy Market Operator.
People wanting more details about the proposed wind farms off the Hunter's Coast can head to an information session at Swansea this afternoon. Government officials will be at the local RSL from 4 o'clock to answer any questions. They'll then be at the Newcastle Library and Bar Beach Bowling Club tomorrow before heading to Nelson Bay and Hawk's Nest on Thursday. State Labor is pledging to tackle staff shortages in healthcare facilities across the Hunter and the state if they form government this month. The opposition will provide 2,000 healthcare students each year with a subsidy on their study expenses if they commit to working in the New South Wales public health system for 5 years. Newcastle MP Tim Crackenthorpe says the region desperately needs more frontline workers.
There's a massive shortage of nurses at the moment, and this is Labor's way, a Minns Labor government's way of getting more nurses and other healthcare workers into the system.
6 months on from the fatal shooting of a Hamilton South man, police admit they are no closer to finding his killer. 57-year-old Anthony Nugent was shot and killed at his Fowler Street unit on September 6 last year. Police set up Strike Force Al-Charinga to investigate what they say was a targeted attack. Detectives are again appealing for anyone with information to contact Crime Stoppers. A research team out of the University of Newcastle has developed the most extensive global survey of Catholic women ever undertaken. The pair have been asked to present their findings to the Vatican for International Women's Day tomorrow. Dr. Tracy McEwen says their data indicates women have their own ideas about what needs to be done to change perceptions about the Catholic Church.
84% of Catholic women who were surveyed agreed that reform is needed in the Church. 89% of Catholic women, or 9 out of 10, agreed with the statement that church leaders need to do more to address other forms of abuse, including spiritual harm and abuses of power.
2NURFM Sport.
The NRL has hit back at coaches who complained the independent doctor was too conservative when asking for players to receive concussion tests. Knights coach Adam O'Brien was one of multiple coaches who filed complaints to the league. Head of NRL football operations Graham Annesley says the doctors were following protocol and the welfare of the players is more important than a game. Elsewhere, David Clemmer has declined all media requests as he prepares to face the Knights for the first time since his controversial exit in November. Valentine FC player coach Adam Hughes has helped secure overseas investors to launch their bid to join the A-League's new second division. The Phoenix, who finished last in 2021, were the only team from the northern New South Wales NPL to appear in the list of 32 clubs to lodge an official expression of interest. Club president Paul Gaydon says he wants to provide another pathway for the Hunters' youth. And Charlestown has rallied past Newcastle into second place on the Newcastle A-grade district table, just half a game behind Toronto with 3 rounds remaining. They'll host Toronto this weekend for the chance to go top of the table. And the winning numbers in Monday Lotto are 7, 9, 15, 20, 24 and 39, and the supplementaries are 5 and 10. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.